All right, guys, it's your boy ChronicTurbo. Here we have something different today. This is actually special and rare, especially in the world of EVs. This is a 2023 Shelby Mustang Mach-E GT-H. It's a limited edition Mustang Mach-E GT, basically, mainly for Hertz, but it does have Shelby inspired styling and everything. As you can see, the Hertz logo right there. And this does have a full carbon fiber hood with a fake vent right there as well. Now, there's a bit of dirt on the vehicle. Like, it's been through a lot, you know, as far as like testing or anything. This one is not for sale. As you can see, there's no sales sticker on this vehicle whatsoever. But let's get into the body lines. Huge front splitter. That thing is massive. Then you have active aero right there as well, which is really cool. And you have the LEDs for the headlights up here. You do have your front facing camera. Nice rims on this one as well. Blacked out. You have your GTH logo. You have these huge red calipers up front. Honestly, and the wheels are actually forged aluminum as well. 245s up front. That's actually pretty cool. Your Mach-E 4X logo right there. 4X stands for all-wheel drive with the Mach-E. So whenever you see that, that's what they're talking about. Gloss black on the mirror caps. Roof line, pretty much standard stuff as with any Mach-E. The side pretty much looks the same, but you do have carbon fiber side skirts, and it's real carbon fiber. It's not fake. It's real. You have your Shelby logo right there with the decal. Here's your rear brakes and your rear wheel for the width. It's also 245 for the rear. Now, you do have your sequential tail lamps, just like with any Mustang. Even though I don't consider this a true Mustang, I still think this one is pretty cool. If I had to buy a Mach-E, it'd probably be one of these. The Shelby logo right there. And you do have these gold racing stripes, which is actually pretty cool. Nice and big GT logo. Very tasteful as well. And we're gonna talk the dimensions of the vehicle. Now, wheelbase on this one, you're looking at 117.5 inches. Overall length is 185.6. Width is 74. Height is 63.5. Now, cargo space, 29.7 cubic feet of space. But let's go ahead and pop the trunk, and I'll show you what that looks like in person. Well, not in person, on video. All right. Here we are. We're inside the trunk. Like I said, 29.7 cubic feet of space. With the seats folded down, it's 59.7. So you do get an extra 30 cubic feet of space when you fold the seats down. You do have a 12-volt back here. Sorry. Right there. Some LED lighting back here as well. That's pretty much the only connection that you have. Pretty high floor in here as well. You go underneath. It's a fix a flat kit. Tire pressure. I mean, not tire pressure, tire pump. So typical stuff that you see on a vehicle like this. Vehicles are starting to do away with spare tires. You're not seeing them as much. I will take off points for having the windshield wiper right here instead of tucked under there. I mean, it's the perfect opportunity to tuck it under there, especially for aerodynamics, but just the overall cleaner look as well. It is nice that the spoiler does stick out like that too. Kind of gets it cuts through the wind pretty well. And I can tell you, this vehicle is fast. And speaking of fast, let's talk about the horsepower. Now, being that this is a Shelby GT-H, you're talking about a dual motor, 480 horsepower, 600 pound-feet of torque, 3.3 seconds 0 to 60, and you got 270 miles of range. Honestly, not too shabby. Still wish Ford didn't call this thing a Mustang, but it's a cool ass SUV. I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. It's really cool. It's cool as fuck, man. Like, it's really nice to look at. I can't get along with the Mustang name, but it's starting to grow on me. You know, every time I see one, especially one of the performance models, it's starting to grow on me a bit. But let's go ahead and pop that front, and I'll show you what type of space you're working with. All right, guys, like I said, it is carbon fiber, so it's super light. I believe this is about 5 cubic feet of space. I do not have the exact space up here. I mean, the specs, but it is a decent amount of space, and you can pretty much put anything in here. There is this safety latch right here, so if you needed to escape, I mean, you probably could put a small child in there at the most. But like I said, it's an EV. There's very little going on up here other than this. You can't see any of the components whatsoever. So And it's carbon fiber, so it's really light. The hood weighs basically nothing. And it's because the hood is so light that it's a little bit harder to close. I was scared I was gonna break it, even though carbon fiber is really strong. But let's go ahead and check out the rear space. All right, we're in the back seat of the Shelby Mach-E GT-H. God, it is hot in here, but the vehicle's not on. That is my fault. But you have Alcantara right here, soft touch leather. The materials are really light, really nice in here. Like, Ford did their thing with this one. Black headliner, glass roof. You have the bronze trim. There's a little bit of creaking, but it's all soft touch. Only the bottom portion of the door is hard touch. Suede inserts for the seat. Leather right here. Some of the softest leather you'll ever feel in a vehicle of this price category. Oh, man. It feels great in here. Shelby GT-H logo on the seats. For the front and the back, it's the same thing. As for leg room, I'm sitting behind myself. Still got some wiggle room, headroom. I'm doing pretty good on headroom too, even with the glass roof. I could get comfortable back here. I would love this as a passenger. You do have rear vents as well, and you got a Type A and Type C port down there. I don't know if you can really see it. I'm a little bit far away, but yeah, I can get used to this. And you open the door, there's a little piece in here that you reach in and grab. And that's how you open it, as you can see. That's the grill cover for the Bang & Olufsen speaker. You have a nice sound system in here. I believe it's 18 speakers, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, you're doing pretty good. If I say so myself, you're doing really good. But all right, let's go ahead. Let's head up front. All right, we are up front in the GT-H. You got a little badge right there. Carroll Shelby Mach-E GT-H from Shelby. There you go with your model number and everything. It's very nice in here, honestly. This is one of my favorite EVs, and that's saying a lot because I normally don't like EVs. And then you have this huge Bang & Olufsen speaker running across the front. Hard touch plastic up here. You know, this is plastic as well. It's meant to look like aluminum, but it's not. Then you have suede going across the dash, the bottom portion. Door materials are pretty much the same for the front as they are for the rear. And you do have that little latch in there to open it as well, just like the rear. But I want to show you something cool. This has not an exhaust, but it has something close. It's a sound system that's meant to sound like an exhaust. And I'm gonna go ahead and let you hear how that sounds. I'm not gonna lie, they did that a hell of a lot better than Dodge did in that damn Charger. I'm sorry for yelling, but woo, that sounds a whole lot better. Now, it is blasphemy, you know, having exhaust on an EV. But if you're gonna do it, it should sound like that. That sounds actually pretty decent. I'm gonna go ahead and rev it from the inside so you can see what it sounds like. And you can even hear it coming from the rear. It doesn't sound like it's coming from the speakers at all. It's coming from the rear because that's where the speaker is at. It's meant to sound like an exhaust. It sounds pretty damn good. But let me go ahead and get off that. I mean, I'm happy they did it. I just hate the fact that it's called a Mustang. But let's get off that topic. Back to here. LEDs for up front. For the illumination and everything. You do have your garage door opener right here. You open that up, you got your LEDs on your mirror. This your shift knob right here. Just turn it as a little dial. You do have some storage in here. Decent amount of storage. You have a 12-volt outlet in there as well. Close that back down, and you can always see into the storage no matter what. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. The seats are pretty sporty, but not too aggressive, but they feel super comfortable. They're suede, and they do have the bronze trim, just like the rear as well. Bronze, gold, it depends on the sunlight, I guess. Large and in charge glove box, but it's not lined with felt. I'm gonna take off some points for that. You do have your Shelby Mach-E GT-H floor mats. Your 4 blue clues right there. You know, you have your small display right here, and you have the big old massive display that you're used to already in the Mach-E GT. So I'm not even gonna go over the specs of that because it's the same one that's in any Mach-E. Steering wheel wrapped in leather. I wish they put like a snake there, but actually no, I don't, because like I said, it shouldn't even be called a Mustang, but I digress. Mustang logo, gloss black. Same thing here. You do have the bronze or gold trim, depending on how, you know, I think it looks bronze. Some say it's gold. Going all around. Really nice feeling steering wheel. Automatic up down for all 4 windows. Thank God. I mean, it's not that big of a deal to most people, but to me it is when you're paying this kind of money for a car. Any car that costs over $50,000 should automatically have it. I don't see why not. You do have a wireless charger right there as well for your phone, as I put my other phone right there to blow up. This side is not wireless charging. You just place your phone there, nothing happens. But you do have a Type-C and a Type-A under there. And that's about it for this car. I mean, there's some storage underneath. There you go. You can see that. But pretty quick review, not super in-depth. Like I said, this is for the everyday average consumer that I do my reviews. This is not a professional style video because I want anybody to be comfortable watching this. You don't have to have infinite knowledge on vehicles when you watch my videos. You're learning just as I am. I work with cars a lot, so I have a bit more knowledge than the average person, but I am not an expert by far. And I'm learning as I go. Love you guys. Peace.